it worked. It's time to wake up. You can't stay here anymore. Not like this. Not this way. Hey, don't give in to this monster they're trying to turn you into. You need to get out of this place. It's not good for you.
I tell you what's not good for you. Listening to her. You half-wit. She ain't real. Hell, neither am I. We're both dead. You saw to that. And you should damn well be too after all this. Shit. They aren't trying to make you into a monster. They already did. You haven't seen that pretty face of yours yet, have you? Man, it's all messed up.
It's just scarred flesh, my dear. Your power will heal it all in time.
Bullshit. You're weak as ever, boy. I tell you, you really fucked yourself this time. Hell, you're more machine than man now. Like you were ever much of a man to begin with.
Stop! You're not helping the situation here. He needs us to...
Yeah? And what situation is that, sweetheart, huh? He had a perfectly promising future before he went back to you. Always the weakling, this one. I swear he should have fucked you right into the dirt like all those other girls when he had the chance. Just a pretty boy. He's worthless, just like his mother was.
Calm down, Eddie. Hey, I'm here, dear. Just listen to my voice. Just tune him out.
There isn't any voice, son. You killed her just like you did me. Just like you did to all of them. You're a monster, boy. Just like me.
No, just stay with me. Please, Eddie, just calm down. You hear me? Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. There. Now open your eyes. Very good. So, who am I? That's right. And who are you? No.
Anathafiend.
Yes. The one and only. And who do you serve?
Doc.
Shall we make history?
Mayor Husto has been seen on the streets alongside a dozen of his Templar troops as they lead an offensive against the dead.
This Red Death will be worse than anything we have seen yet.
How is it even possible to exist in the realm of the living and the realm of the dead at the same time?
This is why I was brought back. 447 is more than just a number.
The conquest starts now.
Eddie, don't go back. Not when you have finally found a place where we can be together.
Just as predicted. They are perfect. No light will save anyone from them.
These peelers are multiplying at a rate that will destroy mankind if we do not get my serum mass-produced soon.
This is the calm before the storm. This is the end times. So join us.
My scarred ones will live and fight through the anathema and beyond.
Only death will remain.
An abandoned airport? Why am I not surprised? Sirenicide is going into the commercial airline business now?
No. Causing plane crashes wouldn't make for easy body recovery. It's not really our style.
Our style? Man, you really have been drinking that ice-cold Sirena punch, haven't you?
Of course. That punch is spiked with purpose and fulfillment. I can't say the same for what you've been drowning yourself in lately.
As if you wouldn't know. But yeah, I have my treatment down to a science, and I'll be good and drunk when this all ends. If it ever comes to an end. Why am I here, Matt? Find another red suit?
Most of them are dead, or aren't worth the hunt. At this point, it's just child's play when it comes to killing our Rotandan friends. No. It's about the war on the dead.
Every day, a new fucking acronym. Jesus. Just because they come up with the shit doesn't mean we have to use it. For fuck's sake, even the local news is calling them Havoc units. And the rest of the damn world is just acting like Morrison has nothing going on. Like we're making all this up.
Yeah, the world doesn't care. And by the time they do, it will be far too late.
Good.
We are not powerless, Harper. We can still survive this.
Do you live in the same city I do? Even with the little help, and I mean very little fucking help Sirenicide is given. The Templars getting their asses handed to them by the dead. Malik and Juliana mean well, but this crusade to cleanse the evil from the city is just too late.
Maybe.
Maybe? Jesus! Why the hell did I agree to meet with you again? And what the fuck are you looking at over there anyway?
Do you see the outline of those refineries in the distance?
Yes. So?
What is strange about them?
Nothing. They're relics of their former selves. Rusty and molded like everything else in this goddamn area.
Look closer.
Sorry, man. I don't see shit. Just a bunch of abandoned plants that XYZ flooded and the occupants never came back to. Just like this Air Force base. Just like everything south of downtown.
Keep watching.
You have finally lost... Whoa! Shit! What the fuck was that?
Why I brought you here.
How'd you know that was gonna happen? Was that your guys? No, it wasn't Sirenicide, was it? I can see the smiles left your face. Okay, Matt, spill it. What am I looking at over there?
I haven't met with you for a while, Harper, and for that, I'm sorry. You've always been a true friend, even though you can't seem to get my name straight.
Okay, enough with the ass-kissing. It's understood, Joey. What's going on?
Johnny and I have been honing my skills as a seer. What you're seeing over there, I saw months ago in a vision.
Okay, so it's something with the USG and the DE then?
Yes, the dead. And they have been working on something with all these old plants. Johnny and I had Marcella look into it, and most of them were bought out by a private company. The documents listed them as AI Holdings, but we know it's Doc.
How?
Just see for yourself.
Touching me now? What are you doing, Matt?
Showing you something scary.
What the fuck is this?
This is the Dead Realm. Scary, isn't it? Don't worry, you're not really here. I'm projecting my sight into your mind. Your body is now hidden in our world as well, at least while you're here. Unfortunately, I can't let go of your arm, or you'll lose the connection. Make sense?
No, but okay. Oh, shit, look at all the blood and the bodies. Shit. It's just like what Ryan would walk out of when he would appear. And I have seen an old Vincent tape showing a convenience store where this happened too.
Good old Vincent. I sure do miss that man.
Me too.
Well, his quest helped lead us to this point in our story, right? So now, if you look, you can see those winged creatures circling the refineries above, and the legions of mind-controlled zombies working below.
What are those things? Demons or something? Wait. The glass isn't broken anymore.
Correct. And scary, time doesn't exist like it does back home. The plants over there are still operational in this timeline. Well, kind of. Those mindless deadheads did just blow up half the facility right into the sky. And you're right. The airbase here isn't waterlogged or rusted.
This is trippy as fuck.
Yeah. It's different than just seeing it, fading in and out of our world. So, those winged creatures are not demons. You close the door on that with the soul lock. No, those are called Death Reavers, so Johnny tells me anyway. And I had faced one that had been pulled into our world as a hive guardian. That was right before Doc killed Matt. I mean, my former self.
So, you really believe who you were is now dead? Okay, I guess I can see why. So did you kill it? That Death Reaver?
I did. His name was Sirenicide. I thought it was the medically induced metal tool Sirenicide forges that did him in. But Johnny thinks the power came from within me to destroy him and that old wraith that was feeding on those kids. I'm still debating that, though. But those Death Reavers, they're now being repurposed in our world as winged chaos cyborgs designed by Veema.
And that's how you know the dead is behind this AI Holdings. Gotcha. So, do you know any more about this company?
Well, Hold on. We should head back before we get spotted.
Shit. This is crazy.
Sorry about the transition. I guess it's just a different kind of dead here. Anyway, I was hoping you could meet with Juliana or Malik about help with locating AI Holdings and cracking its facade. I doubt whoever's listed are the real owners.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. And you can talk to Johnny for me about Sirenicide getting more involved with the dead.
I will, and thanks again for always meeting with me. How have you been? I know we haven't met with each other that much, not since that red suit in that field back in October, unless it was Project Templar related. You doing okay? I'm worried about you.
I guess I'm okay. I'm alive. That's more than most can say around here these days.
Okay, man. I know May was a year since... well...
I killed my son? Yeah. I'm well aware. I'm doing about as great as I can. The Templar project keeps me busy. And hunting this monster.
A monster?
Exactly. It's not like this shit makes the news anymore with all the coverage on the war. So, my friend Raymond and about a dozen other people have been murdered by what witnesses have described as a massive metal-like monster. And seeing a few thousand cybernetic creatures that fit that description are roaming around the streets, well, I'm basically at a standstill on the case, and it seems the murders matching this monster's style have now stopped.
That's odd. The war is just now starting to heat up. Were the murders near any of the Templar battle sites?
No. The sightings of this thing started before the MPD Templar deployment, and they were all in very odd places. Fuse Road, Club Reed, And Raymond was killed in that warehouse where you found 447. That's why I was thinking it was related to Doc or the USG. But it seemed too small time for them to care about. Now, Raymond thought he had figured it all out, but he was killed before I could learn what he knew. Hey, are you okay? Joey.
Shit. It's Eddie Vile.
Shit. That makes perfect fucking sense. Jesus Christ. The first kill was found in a secluded cabin on Christmas when Morstan was still covered in snow. But how?
He was last seen a year ago on September 11th. The morning 447 was unveiled as Emmett. We never saw or heard from him again after that. Johnny says he's still alive, but his connection to Vile is distorted. If he is this monster, as you were saying, that would explain a lot.
So, if Eddie Vile is now in league with the forces of the dead, then was he captured by them, or did he join them willingly?
Shit! Man, fuck! Well, lesson learned. Harper, we're gonna need to stay in better contact. We have to find him.
Yeah. But if the random murders have stopped, maybe he's left the city.
He loves this city, and he would never leave here again. He tried before, but that was with Lena, and we both know how that ended up.
True. That's how our paths first crossed. Okay, well, maybe he's been wandering lost, trying to visit places of major importance. Maybe he doesn't know who he was.
Maybe. Or he's still out there and he's baiting us. Eddie is as twisted and powerful as they come.
Shit! What if he's with all the bodies Lena and him dumped in the Gulf? With all that Havoc tech, water wouldn't faze him.
Okay, let's start there. Then we can drive out to that cabin you talked about. What's so funny?
We just went from never talking to going on a hunting and fishing trip.
Huh. Yeah, we are. Come on, let's get going.
I still am completely enamored with your ability to weaponize them.
Hello. Are you Dr. Oswin?
I am. But you may call me Theobald, my dear.
Glad to finally meet you, Theobald. I hear you are the master architect behind every great plague.
I was. But the Red Death will erase all of my accomplishments. Now your name will be etched onto the gates of Doc's new world.
You're a vampire?
As defined by modern classifications, yes, I am.
But Doc, he
doesn't usually see my kind as more than the fuel to create hive dwellers.
Yes.
You are correct on that account as well. However, there was a long time where this was not the case, and druids like Doc and Strigoi like myself worked together to make this world a better place. My dear, this Death Reaver synth process you've created is an art to its own. How do you do it?
It's just understanding their biology and knowing computers.
I see. Keeping your secrets well guarded. Very smart.
Somewhat. And it is a long and boring method to explain.
I have all the time in the world.
You might, but this world doesn't.
Indeed.
So, where do we start?
Ladies first, Dr. Bowen. You tell me what you need, and I will help you get us there.
Veema is fine as well. I guess we will need to be on a first-name basis, seeing as our work on the plague will run until it ripens.
And hopefully, after as well.
We'll see.
We shall. So, I reviewed the plans Marty brought to me, and I must say, your environmental test for the peelers, as the people are now calling them, was risky as far as starting here in Morstan. I have another idea that may yield more results and present less attention. That being said, the Red Death is perfect, Veema, and I love the homage to my work in the name you gave it. I'm honored.
Without the Black Death, my work would have never gotten this far. And I'm still so lost in how you managed to keep so many documents about it safe throughout time. The Great Plague of Lundwell alone was noted down to the number of padlocks bought to lock up the infected. All this compiled data without a single computer on Earth at the time. Truly a wonder.
Well, it was a lot of networking between the authorities of those times, both municipal and religious. However, the criminal factions that have come and gone throughout history were most beneficial to preserving our arcane methods.
I would love for you to tell me how it all worked back then.
It is a very long and boring method to explain.
Touché.
Doc enlisted me to Texas because you have an issue with the spread rate of the sulfur. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. It's been closer to that of old pre-USG spontaneous human combustion cases. So, it burns away the host here on Earth and sends the soul fire straight into the dead realm before it can latch to the augment to spread.
The power to channel and control the soul in its fire form is an ability that only one has ever achieved.
Awesome! So that is why Doc sent you. Because you know how to control the soul fire.
No, I do not.
Then who possesses this power?
My sister, Thalia, did.
Did?
I killed her, but her doomed soul is still in Scary. Understand, Doc will have to bind it to you in order for us to continue with your Red Plague.
Is that possible?
Certainly. Doc has liquefied many souls over the years. It's quite common, actually. I am surprised you have never come across these different types of liquids in your studies. It's like living with a voice that you can summon at will to access their past knowledge for your needs.
Can this liquid soul process go wrong?
Of course it can. Depending on which type of soul and from where you find it, a number of things can go awry. If an inexperienced hydromancer performs the wrong way, the soul could become a liquefied parasite, consuming host after host for all time. However, Doc wouldn't create something like that out of you. He likes you. Plus, after the Red Death design is complete, he can return Thalia to Scary. What's wrong, Veema? Why are you so gloomy all of a sudden? It's not a painful process at all. Finding the soul in Scary is the hardest part, and I will do that. Okay?
No pain?
No pain.
Okay. Okay.
You're not scarred, are you?
No.
Doc can't be happy with that. My dear, you need to do something or your own plague will claim your body.
I know. Just all the anathema-proofing options are fucking awful.
Don't worry. We will figure something out. Just keep your head in the game.
.47 Action News is closed caption for the hearing impaired. You're watching Channel 47 KZTM TV Morriston, #1 in Texas. Action News with Amber Blake. Mitch Placker investigates. Dick and Gruber with sports. And Jake Kringle's weather. Now, Channel 47 Action News tonight.
Good evening. I'm Amber Blake, and our top story tonight is continuing with more coverage on what we have been calling the war the world is ignoring. Mayor Husto has been seen on the streets alongside a dozen of his Templar troops as they lead an offensive against the dead at the 1800 block of Hazen near the 69th Street Wastewater Treatment Complex. We now go live to Channel 47's lead investigative reporter, Mitch Placker, standing at the site of today's destructive skirmish that left 56 dead and another 91 injured. Mitch?
Thanks, Amber. Now, if you look behind me, folks, you can see the blast marks from this new weapon the DE Acolyte Disciples, or DEAD, dead, are now using. Even though the aftermath of what happened here today is crystal clear, the cell phone footage of the event that we obtained still lacks the ability to capture these humanoid machines.
Mitch, could the brave eyewitnesses that lived through this, enduring such a horrible event, confirm if this was a dead Havoc squad?
Yes, it was confirmed by an eyewitness and by Dr. Laughlin himself, who was with the mayor's team when they arrived, that the dead forces were pushed back into Bluffs Bayou, were made up of at least 10 Havoc units and a winged Chaos unit.
How lucky we are to have such great leaders like Mayor Husto and Dr. Laughlin to bravely take to the streets to protect us from these evil forces. Now, please, Mitch, I know it might be hard, but can you please walk us through what exactly transpired there?
Yes. Around 3 p.m., workers in the complex called authorities about metal creatures walking out of the water from Bluffs Bayou, which is located right behind the complex to my left, as you can see over there. Within minutes, MPD units arrived on the scene, only to be immediately killed by the dead. Workers in the complex started fleeing into the streets, trying to escape the incinerating weapons the unfilmable monsters were equipped with. At approximately 3:16 p.m., 3 armored MPD trucks arrived on the scene carrying 12 Templar troops, led by the mayor and Dr. Laughlin. The 14 men were dressed in what is now the iconic ivory armor. However, witnesses say, unlike what we have seen in the past, the new weaponry devastated the Templars right from the start. Fleeing workers, caught in the crossfire, lost their lives. First-hand reports say the dead plowed their way into the complex until they reached the center. As we pan to the right, you can see the path they made through the brick walls. The remaining Templars, led by Husto, pursued the dead units, but minutes later, a blast went off, destroying 5 of 16 massive wastewater tanks on the northwest side of the complex. The mayor, Malik Husto himself, was the only survivor, other than the 4 Havocs, which were later pushed back in the bayou by MPD Templar reinforcements, directed by the brave Dr. Laughlin. If you haven't already noticed by the lights and sounds, a massive cleanup has started as over 15 million gallons of wastewater was poured into the bayou following the attack. The choppers overhead are keeping an eye out in case the dead return, as the municipal cleanup crews are hard at work. Reporting, I'm Mitch Placker, Channel 47 Action News. Amber?
Thanks, Mitch. You stay safe out there, and we'll have more on this at 10.
And what do you have to say about that, Johnny? Malik and his troops are getting their asses handed to them while we sit here nice and docile like a bunch of regular jerk-offs. They can't do this without us.
No, they can't. But before we started training those non-scarred Templar weaklings, we had battle plans drawn up to start our hive assaults.
We did. But helping the Templars fight the dead was a plan we all agreed was best when Joey brought it to the table. And that was not a quick process. Training ungifted souls on the arts of the augment has never been done before, let alone in a classroom setting.
Yeah, I know. I was there. And we did our part. We told that holy freak everything he needed to know to fight the USG. Myself, Joey, Reggie, and hell, even you, Waylon, went there for months training those fools. And for what? Morstan is toast, guys. We can't help. The DE has taken those old eyeless fucks and given them a cybernetic sight normal people can't combat. It's time for us to take on the dead ourselves and stop defending those walking sacks of parts.
And waste all that time we spent? Fuck that. Johnny, they need our help.
Waylon, I respect you, brother. And I don't want to say we wasted the last 10 months either, but we are not the good guys here.
Yeah, but we could be.
Jesus, Waylon! What is your deal, man? Malik, Juliana, Harper, that weird-ass cancer doctor, and all those Templar troopers would have hunted us down too if it wasn't for Joey setting up that training deal.
He has a point.
Once they accomplish whatever they're doing with these strategic attacks, y'all know we'll be next. So why not team up, join the fight and end this thing?
We would be stronger together. And I'm sure that's why Doc joined up with Veema last year.
Exactly. And that has already given them the head start they needed to create the dead from the ashes of the USG. We're already playing catch-up.
Okay, that makes some sense. But Reggie is right. Morstan's populace knows very little about Sirenicide, and we're not regarded as a helping hand whatsoever.
True. However, with Malik's resources, we could change that.
What do you think, Johnny?
Doc hasn't attacked us directly since last year. This will make us a target. But the Templars know what they need to do. They just don't have the abilities that we possess.
So, what do we do from here?
Go ahead and call everyone else in here, and we'll take a vote.
No need. As long as Reggie is cool with it, I'm sure Daniel will be the only one who would challenge it. But as soon as he finds out Sirenicide will be killing again, I'm sure he'll be on board.
Well, I'm good with it if Johnny is. You've never steered us wrong before.
It's settled then. I will call in the others, and we will go over the old attack plans. We'll all come up with a way to add the Templars to the equation.
Sounds good. I will get with Joey and set up a time for us to meet with Malik and his team. In the meantime, Nancy will need to get her squad out of that warehouse before we move on anything. I will talk with her in the morning about it. She will also need to join us when meeting with Malik. She understands the mind of Doc on another level than I do.
That she does. I will also call the fleet back to base. We can set up different recon routes.
Yes, good thinking. Okay, gentlemen, let's get to work.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good. I'll get with Joey.
back. Now!
Wait!
No way. Delia. I'm sorry. Forgive me? No. I understand.
All elements of Sirenicide are copyright 2019 by Atrium Dynamics unless otherwise stated. Any duplication of this production without the secured written consent of Atrium Dynamics is strictly prohibited. Please visit Sirenicide.com for more details.